Today I'm speaking to a very talented person, somebody with infinite potential, somebody that you have very big energy. I'm also getting that you are talented in anything that you touch, right? So this is a gift. This is a gift of having the Midas touch. This is a gift of being able to kind of adapt to any situation that you're thrown into, adapt to any talent that you pick up, right? You're somebody that is a very fast learner. You may have had experiences where people tell you that you pick up on things really quickly or you are a fast learner. And it's not that you're a fast learner, it's literally that you have this gift, right? And the gift has everything to do with you being able to, again, adapt to things, and you're really good at what you do, right? And I'm not just saying like really good though, I'm getting that you're somebody that can ace anything. So you are somebody that no matter what area you are, interested in, maybe, you have hobbies of all areas. For example, maybe you have never played the piano before, but all of a sudden you have an urge to get into playing the piano, and it's almost like you have this natural talent, right? This natural ability to just pick things up. So I am getting that you are somebody that is very intuitive, and you are somebody that you need to kind of listen to your body, right? Your body is, for one of the most strongest indications for your intuition. So, your body really does tell you what's going on, okay? So, for example, you may notice that when you've met certain people and maybe you've had like a bad feeling about them, maybe you've just had this gut feeling about them, maybe your body rejects them. That is a big sign that, your body is trying to kind of get through to you. So you're somebody that is very much connected to your body and the way that you feel. You're somebody that you thrive when you're listening to your body, when you're listening to your intuition. There's also this energy here where, so you're very sensitive to energy, and you may feel the need or the want to kind of hide away from the world, right? At the moment, I am getting that you have been in a very guarded position. You have been in a position where I'm getting that you're somebody that gets a lot of eyes on you, no matter where you go. So you're somebody that you don't just stand out. It's like everywhere you go, like you could literally go to, the coffee shop, and all of a sudden you have everyone, paying you attention. You have a lot of attention on you. You have a lot of eyes on you. You have a lot of people maybe flocking to you. Maybe they're asking you questions. You may also notice that you kind of feel like, just all the attention is on you, and you may notice that that's had a little bit of a negative impact on you, especially because you're picking up on energy. So, for example, we'll go back to the coffee shop example. You go, you get your coffee, and you have somebody that, say they have a really dark energy, they have a really like negative energy, they start to like kind of observe you. Now they don't even need to speak to you, but they say they're giving you attention, right? You may notice that you're picking up on their negative energy, you're picking up on what they're carrying in their body, right? And you may notice this on the back of your neck mostly, or even in your shoulders. You may notice that there's like a heat coming off your, neck, the back of your neck. And if that's true, then this person, like, you're picking up on their energy. I also want to mention about the back of the neck. If you are like, touching the back of your neck, rubbing the back of your neck, maybe the back of your neck feels tense, right? Again, this is an indication that somebody, you're picking up on somebody else's energy. It also could be an indication that that person is sending you negative energy. Like, they could be jealous, right? And jealousy is literally the evil eye. So, maybe they're jealous of you, or maybe, they're just angry, and maybe there's something about you that, triggering them for whatever reason. Like, it could be anything. Maybe you look like an ex of theirs, or maybe you look like an ex friend of theirs, right? So, again, like, you tend to pick up on energy. And I do see that this is why you tend to isolate yourself. Like, you tend to want to spend a lot of time alone. Now, there's no issue with that. The thing is, whoever I'm picking up on, you are destined to be seen, okay? With the Queen of Wands here, the Eight of Swords. We also have the Six of Wands, but it's reversed, and I will get into it. But you're somebody that you're meant to be seen. And this is, this comes with your gift of being talented in multiple areas of life, right? God did not give you this gift for no reason, right? So here's the thing about you. Your sole purpose is literally to just be seen. You could literally choose anything. Now, this is actually a very rare. So I'm getting something about life path number 7. You could be a life path number 7, or you could even be born on the 7th, or the 16th, right? But there's this energy. Sorry, I'm forgetting something. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Just a moment. So I really had to sit on that for a minute, because I'm actually not forgetting anything. But I sat on that and I got a download. So whoever I'm picking up on, I'm getting that, you're a perfectionist, right? And a perfectionist, I'm not sure if you guys know or not, but being a perfectionist to a certain degree is actually a form of self-sabotage. You're always looking for the right moment, okay? You're always having to make sure that everything is perfect, okay? And what happens there is, if everything is not perfect, you tend to really discredit the things that you have done. So, for example, maybe you're working on an artwork and you feel like not everything is perfect, like, you haven't perfected something. So, if you're a perfectionist, right? You tend to really discredit that whole artwork. You may even do things like destroy the artwork, right? Again, this is a form of self-sabotage. What happens is, people tend to miss opportunities because they're a perfectionist, right? They tend to let opportunities pass by. They also just tend to, again, as I mentioned before, discredit themselves, and lose belief in themselves. They just tend to delay things, avoid things. Also, no matter what a perfectionist does, they never feel like it's good enough. And again, this is a form of self-sabotage, right? So I am getting that you may have, so for example, for one, okay, with the Page of Wands here, you have a lot of ideas, right? Not only are you multi-talented, okay? So it doesn't matter what you're doing. As I mentioned before, your sole purpose is to be seen, okay? So you can literally choose, and again, this is rare, right? But you can literally choose whatever you want to do, and you are able to do that for a sole purpose, right? You're somebody that, again, your biggest sole purpose is to just be seen, right? To just, whatever you're doing, right? You're very healing, okay? You in your truest form, very healing, right? You are very inspiring. They learn off you no matter what you're doing. So you have the type of energy that really uplifts people without even trying. So again, this is why it does not actually matter what you're doing. You could choose anything. So whoever I'm speaking to, you want to really think about what you love doing and then focus on that. And again, no matter what it is, you will be seen for it. Okay, but here's the thing, whoever I'm picking up on, you need to be okay with being seen. you need to really step into your true form here, because your true form is not who you're acting as now. And this one may be a little bit of a, hard pill to swallow type of reading. And again, you know, the messages have to come out. And these messages, their only intention is to help heal people and help people grow. And sometimes, you have to hear, the truth for you to grow. So it's one of these readings where I do think that right now you're not living from your true potential. You're not living from your true self, okay? You may think that the way that you are living in your true self because you may have been doing it for so long. Sorry guys, I had to grab my juice, carrot and ginger juice, by the way. I put it in a wine glass because, makes me feel fancy. So back to the reading, you're somebody here that you really tend to want to hide yourself, okay? And again, you're coming from like a very fearful point of view, okay? I'm getting that it's like you don't want to be seen. You're somebody that naturally gets a lot of attention, like I mentioned at the start of this reading. So when you do get a lot of attention naturally, I just seen 11:11 on the timer. It's a normal, natural thing to want to kind of, isolate yourself or not be in public places, especially because whoever I'm picking up on today, you literally are, somebody that absorbs energy, right? So if you are not doing the things that you need to be doing to, clear your energy, cleanse your energy, even transmute your energy, right? And again, you can transmute this energy into power. And this is something that, you will have to master, because you are somebody that will be seen. You're somebody that's already seen. You've been seen for the majority of your life, okay? Like, you get a lot of attention naturally, right? And this has everything to do with your energy. But I do see that right now, you tend to be kind of hiding yourself. I do think that you have a lot of eyes on you. It makes you uncomfortable. I just seen 12:12. So I am getting that you've been in a period of isolation. But here's the thing. It's not like you're upset or anything. You are coming from fear. Don't get me wrong, okay? Because you are coming from fear, okay? But I am getting that you tend to, feel more comfortable on your own. You tend to feel more comfortable, away from people. But also you may notice that when you hang out with people that you need to be alone for a little bit. That is normal, okay? That is a way that you recharge, reset your energy, okay? Your alone time is very crucial. But I do think whoever I'm picking up on today, it's like you're always alone, you may be kind of saying no to hanging out with people, okay? You may be kind of isolating yourself. At this current time, Spirit is encouraging you to get out there, okay? And also, you're getting a lot of ideas at the moment, right? Your ideas at the moment, you're somebody with such a creative energy, like a creative mind. You're somebody that, again, multi-talented. Now, your ideas are literal gold. I'm getting that you have some golden ideas, life-changing ideas, okay? Not just for you, but for other people around you. With the Two of Coins reversed, okay, which is the Pentacles, if you didn't know, you're not going through with the ideas, okay? You may again be talking yourself out of it. You really need to break this pattern of self-sabotage. Now, you will have to kind of actively, work on your relationship with yourself. But whoever I'm picking up on, you may be dealing with an abandonment issue, okay? Now, that could be the origin of this. Usually when you have an abandonment wound or a abandonment issue, you tend to abandon yourself, right? And there's this energy of you abandoning yourself, and you not even seeing how important you really are, because you've been abandoned in the past. I just seen 14 44, which is a great thing to bring up, you felt abandoned in the past, so, you think you're protecting yourself, okay, by isolating yourself, right? You also will notice that you're really just, like, what you're doing is, like, abandoning yourself, okay? And, usually when you have an abandonment wound, you really have to kind of go in and you have to really have a great relationship, almost like parent yourself. Now, usually the abandonment wound will come in from childhood, but for some people, maybe they've had a bad breakup, right? No matter what, you need to go in and you need to, again, like, give yourself that love, okay? Tell yourself that it's okay. Even if you have to make a promise to show up for yourself. You also may notice that you can't really follow through with things. That is a great way to start showing up for yourself, okay? So, for example, say that, you get invited somewhere and maybe your first reaction is to cancel the plans, okay? Because again, in this state, it's an overwhelming state, right? But what you want to do is actually go through with the plans and you will see how accomplished you will feel. Right now, it's time for you to step outside of this zone, okay? You may want to do things to raise your frequency because something here is keeping you in a low, it's like a fear vibration, okay? And again, for most of you, this is the abandonment wound that is, keeping you in that state of fear. Like, you are not sure if, like, you're going to, like, it's almost like you can't trust whether people are going to stay or whether you're going to even show up for yourself, right? So you need to break the pattern of self-sabotaging yourself, okay? You need to really start to be kind to yourself. You need to value yourself the way that you value other people, because I do see that at the moment there's this energy of you not doing that, okay? Now, you do it in your own way, but you're not really honoring yourself or your authenticity and your soul purpose. So right now, whoever I'm speaking to, you're getting a lot of ideas, okay? And I am getting that the next few months for you, especially like the end of the year energy, like you're closing up old cycles. I'm also getting that next year is this new beginning for you. Okay, so right now, you're doing the work. Like, you are being guided to do the work. You're being guided to step into a new version of yourself, okay? Again, preparing you for this shift that's happening. A lot of people don't realize that New Year is literally a way to kind of shift into a new identity, right? So I do see that something had convinced you to play small. Now, this could have been, people, this could have been somebody telling you that you're too much when you were younger. This could have been, people trying to kind of dim you down and keep you hidden, or maybe people like discouraging you when you are doing things that, you are being seen, okay? So maybe you don't even have a lot of support around you, right? You need to become your own best friend. This is the key, okay? Because when this happens, okay, when you start to value yourself, what I mean by this is literally, how do you treat your best friend, okay? How do you treat your favorite person in this world? How do you treat your siblings? How do you treat your parents? How do you treat your partner? How do you treat your friends, right? I want you to treat yourself that way, okay? I want you to, like, do not talk to yourself bad. Do not doubt yourself, okay? I'm also getting that somebody has dealt with a very judgmental person, right? Somebody that, it's almost like you had to walk on eggshells. And I'm getting, like, for example, okay. What I'm getting here is this is why you have become such a perfectionist, because you've been around somebody that, like, it's almost like mistakes were not allowed, right? So, for example, say you spilt water on the floor. this person would start going crazy, going off. Like if you made a little mistake, this person would punish you for it. So this is where that perfectionist has come in. Okay, so it is okay. It's literally okay. Okay, to make a mistake, it's okay. Like you're human, right? And you need to tell yourself that every single day. Say that you make a mistake. Okay, say that, okay, go back to the water thing. Say you've dropped water on your floor. Okay, you may notice the first thing, and again, it's not going to resonate for everyone, but the first thing that you do is you start to like get mad at yourself, being like, how could I do that? Like, why can't I just do things right? You need to stop yourself there, because that's not your thought, okay? That is something that has been put into your head, okay? So next time that happens, I want you to actually tell yourself that's fine. That's actually okay, like you're allowed to make mistakes. Trust me when I say that, because you need to become more kinder to yourself. The more that you become more kinder to yourself, the more that, you enjoy your own company, right? You become your own best friend. The more that other people respect you, they love you, right? Because here's a thing about life. People treat you the way you treat yourself. So, and I know it may be a harsh reality, and I'm not like, discrediting any victims or anything like that. Don't think that. What I'm trying to say here is, if you're into like the law of attraction, law of assumption, okay, and you know about like everyone is you pushed out, that is fact, okay? So if you're somebody that, you have a great relationship with yourself, and, you love the way you look, you dress, like you really do love yourself, you will notice how much people love you. People love you for the same reasons that you love yourself. Same though goes for if you, say that you don't have a great relationship with yourself. Say that, you're not happy with something, or maybe you have an insecurity and, you think about it a lot, right? The harsh reality is people will start, if you keep pointing out the insecurity in your head, people will notice it. Right? If you treat yourself bad, like you're not important, you will notice other people doing the same thing, okay? But again, if you treat yourself like you are important, if you treat yourself like you love yourself, you respect yourself, that's how people will treat you. It's everyone you pushed out, okay? So you need to start to treat yourself, a lot better. Now, another thing is the ideas that are popping up, you want to start taking action, okay? Because I do see that so many different ideas, like golden ideas, have popped up, but you've talked yourself out of it, or you haven't really gone through with it because of doubt, because of fear. You know what's so interesting? You are such a fearless person at the core. Like, at the core, your resilience is unmatched. And you know what? People see you as a very resilient person. But I do see that right now it's like you're coming from fear, but you're such a resilient person. Okay? And again, the fear is stemming from, again, like I'm just getting this like wound, okay? Like this abandonment wound, okay? Like you sabotaging yourself. See, here's the thing. I'm getting that I had to take a deep breath, okay? Because whoever I'm picking up on, wow, like you're overwhelmed, okay? And I'm getting that you need to take a deep breath. I'm getting that you need to like take a few deep breaths, and you need to kind of relax, right? Because I'm getting that there's so much energy on you and it overwhelms you. Oh, okay, so you may be in fight or flight mode, okay, survival mode. There could be some type of trauma that has recently happened that has put you in this energy. I'm also getting that you could have had some type of argument with somebody, and I'm getting that you've slipped into this energy, but you're such a strong person. You keep abandoning yourself, especially with the ideas, okay? I'm getting you're somebody that will miss out on opportunities. Like, these opportunities are handed to you, and I'm getting that you have been missing these opportunities, denying these opportunities. You need to step back into your power, okay? Because you know yourself and you haven't been acting yourself, okay? People might not tell you this, but this is like a wake up call. That's what I'm getting. Like, you know, you haven't been acting yourself. You're somebody that is so powerful. You're somebody that is so strong. I'm getting that that is why, like, because you're so strong, people don't tend to tell you that, okay? Like, you are somebody that appears so confident, so resilient, okay? And people may actually feel like you don't really need, like, help. People may also not compliment you. Like, I'm getting this energy of, like, there's this energy of, like, people not really saying how they truly feel about you because they feel like you already know. They look at you as somebody that's very powerful, very confident. But I'm getting that you've had a hard time recently, okay? And this has caused you to, again, step out of your power. I'm not getting that you've been like this forever. I'm getting that it only started from some type of traumatic event, right? Something happened here. You may have lost somebody close to you, okay? And I'm getting that this has really caused you to kind of go into isolation. It brought you back to a version of you that you used to be, but you no longer are. I'm also getting that you feel frozen right now. You need to step back into your power, especially if I'm just getting that, like, there's been a few things that's happened here to you, and you need to step back into your power because these things here were designed to kind of get you to forget who you are, get you to stand down from your position, from your power, okay, your own personal power. So I'm also getting that you have somebody around you that tend to, like, try to put things into, like, your own energy and your head, right? What I mean by that is, like, there's somebody that seems to be very harsh, somebody that, Queen of Swords energy, like, this is somebody that keeps telling you things that offend you, that bring you down, okay? This is somebody that you need to disconnect from. Now, I'm not saying cut them off, because I do say that they're very close to you, whoever this is, right? But, like, they keep trying to, like, put stuff in your head to try to degrade you, and they're trying to speak over your life, okay? Now, this is somebody that only has bad things to say. I'm getting that they're really trying to say things to influence you, put things into your head, to doubt yourself. I'm also getting that this is a very strong comparison energy. They're comparing themselves to you. This is somebody that it's undeniable that they look up to you, okay, and they are inspired by you, but this person would never admit it. Never admit it. This is like one of those people that kind of copy everything that you do, but then they low-key hate you. And I know that can be, I'm not saying they hate you, but their jealousy, them coming from the jealousy, look, it caused you have no idea how badly this person's affecting you, and it's somebody that's very close to you here. Like, I mean that they're in your inner circle. I'm getting that you have a lot of time for this person, but at the same time, right now they're in their ego, okay? When they're in their ego, they start to compare themselves to you. Like, I'm just getting this, like, very evil look that they tend to give you. But I'm getting that this person here, you seem to distance yourself from a lot of people because you're very sensitive to energy. You have very strong boundaries, but this person here, they tend to cross your boundaries quite a lot, and I'm getting that you feel like there's not much you can do about it because it's somebody that, again, like, it could be like a best friend, it could even be like a family member, right? it just feels like somebody that, like, I mean, you can't really say no to. There's not much that you can say, but they tend to cross your boundaries a lot. This person, they're latching onto you right now, and I'm getting that they're making you feel very heavy. Okay, now you need to really pay attention to your body. Remember at the start of this reading, I was talking about how your body is like talking to you. You're somebody that you really feel your intuition through your body. You need to feel your body, like, again, how do you feel after you hang out with this person? Because if it's heavy, okay, if it's like you may feel like you've done, a 10K run, okay, like a 10 kilometer run or something, like you may feel just very sore. Your energy may feel completely drained, right? This is somebody that may even make you a little bit like angry or upset, and you may not know why. Especially because I do see them trying to heavily cling on to you, but at the same time, it's like they got this jealous energy, and the jealous energy is really affecting you. For some of you, in extreme cases, you may be getting sick, right? So you may, like, when you're around them, maybe you get a headache. Or like you want to throw up, okay, you get stomach ache, okay. If you're getting sick around this person, yeah, their negativity is getting a lot to handle, okay? Like, you cannot handle the negativity. So you need to understand that, this could be your best friend, they could be, your sibling, your cousin, if this person's making you feel this way, or while, again, like, trying to speak over your life, and, you're getting sick, okay, this is your body rejecting them. This is your body rejecting them, okay? Also, pay attention to your ears, okay? You may get random pains in your ears when they're around, especially if this is your intuition, again, like, trying to, especially if they're saying bad things, like, say they're, like, trying to insult you. Your ears may start literally hurting. Okay, again, your intuition trying to get through to you. Also, I'm getting that that's your body kind of filtering out whatever they're saying. But again, this person seems to be weighing so heavy on you, and they're like watching you so closely. They're somebody that they're jealous because you're seen. They're jealous of your talent. They're jealous of your energy. They're jealous of you getting all this attention. They try to mimic you, but again, with the Five of Wands, like, there's a competitive energy where this person wants to see you stuck, okay? Again, it can be a very hard pill to swallow when this is somebody that you love so dearly. But I am getting that this person, they're also putting you in a state of fear. They're putting you in this state of, like, wanting to be, like, alone, okay? And again, you need to really distance yourself from this person right now, because you are going through a massive transformation. Okay, you're somebody that is stepping into their soul purpose. You're somebody that you are confident at the core. You're somebody that, you get a lot of attention. You're somebody that you have a gift of whatever you say, people are listening. Whatever you do, people are loving it, right? You're a multi-talented person, Queen of Wands energy, very attractive, right? And whoever this is, they're trying to get you out of that energy. And again, you may feel like you don't want to do things, you don't want to work, you don't want to be seen, you may forget who you are because this person here is trying to make you forget. You need to, again, focus on yourself. This person here, they're trying to take all your focus and all of your attention. They want your energy on them, because when your energy is on them, they start to grow, great things start to happen for them, all while you're feeling depleted. Okay, so it is time for you to take your power back. Take your power back from this person. Reclaim your energy. Reclaim your personality. Remember who you are. Remember who you are, okay? You're so resilient. You're so powerful. You're so confident. You need to remember who you are and reclaim that, because whoever's trying to make you feel like you're not that way, maybe trying to destiny swap with you, okay? So again, you don't allow anyone to get you out of your energy. You don't allow anyone to put doubts in your head. And again, you may feel kind of This is what I'm getting. Like, you feel like, you know, you're somebody with really strong boundaries, but with this person, they make you feel bad, okay? They make you feel bad if you have boundaries. This is somebody that may guilt trip you. This is somebody that may, you know, act really upset, okay? I'm getting big victim energy, okay, to be honest. But again, you know, this person, your body's rejecting this person at the moment. When you are around this person, you know, you're feeling drained, you're feeling heavy, you're feeling tired, you're not feeling yourself. Um, you know, you kind of need to choose yourself in this situation, right? Because this person here, they're really just trying to compete with you. They want what you have, and they want the things that money cannot buy, okay? Like your energy. So again, you need to understand that, like, you need to really be firm in who you are, because I do see, like, things trying to distract you and people trying to compete with you. And the thing in here is, you do not, like, I'm getting with competition, jealousy, energy, like, you don't really, your body rejects that. I'm also getting this energy here where, again, you need to really transmute this energy, right? If you guys need help with that, I have put a transmutation spell in my website, where again, this helps you transmute this energy into money and blessings. So there are a few available. I'll put the link in the comments. But you're somebody that you need to learn to alchemize this energy, and your body will be showing you exactly how to do this, right? This does include, you need to be in your authenticity. You need to remember who you are and remember how powerful your intention is, okay? Because in your true energy, you cannot be stopped. You cannot be stopped, and not just that, you can literally have anything that you want. You can be anything that you want. You're so talented, okay? You need to remember who you are, and instead of acting as the projections that people are putting onto you, right? Strong Leo in this reading. We have strong Aries in this reading. We have Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, Pisces energy in this reading as well. What else? Oh, did I say Virgo? Virgo's here too. So, that's all I have for you guys. If it resonated, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.